Hey guys, Mike here back out in the garage. Just wanted to share this cool new product that I just picked up by Nexad. If you're handy or mechanically inclined like me, you're going to want to do your own stuff or your own projects, work on your own motors, engines, whatever the case may be. This would be the next purchase that you would want to get when it comes to replacing and fixing fuel lines, hoses, and clamps. So what I want to do is show you guys what's actually in this package. This handy kit comes in a set of 4, so it's going to give you everything that you're going to need when it comes to what you're going to want to be doing with your fuel line. So right here we've got our hose removal pliers, here we've got our fuel line clip removal pliers, here we've got our fuel filter calipers, and here we've got our bending disconnect pliers. So I already took these things out of the plastic. I just wanted to show you them in the carrying case. But what's really nice about these is that they're all rubber coated, they're all spring loaded, so real easy and great working with your hands. You're not going to have the pliers slip out of your hands or anything like that. It gives you good grip. And then, like I said, they're spring loaded, so it's got that really nice tension for you to squeeze and let and release on. So I'll show you these things close up, go through some really cool features of them, and let's flip the camera around. Alright, now that we got you flipped around, I take these things off of the elastic here, show you them close up one by one so you can see that the elastic here and the plastic is going to keep everything nice and tight. So you've got your hose remover pliers here, really good for getting the clamps and smaller water hoses, but they're also good for transmission, rubber, any cooler lines, any kind of hose or any kind of rubber hose that's going to be connecting transporting fluids is going to be good. You can see the rubber grip on there, so that's really nice between the handles there. But it's going to be nice for you to be able to get all those stubborn hoses off, tanks, radiators, pumps, whatever the case may be that you're trying to remove the hose from. Next here we have our fuel line clip removal pliers. So anything that's going to be removing or replacement connections for fuel line filters, petrol, diesel, gas, whatever the case may be, whatever you're working with on your motor. You can see the grip here, real thick rubber coat, so it's going to be non-slip in your hand. This actually opens up to about 9.3 centimeters, so you've got a nice wide opening for the fuel line clip remover, especially if you're in larger spaces, like if you're working with diesel engines or anything like that. You're going to have bigger pieces of clamps and tools that you're going to have to be working with. But it does compress with a real quick disconnect here, so it won't damage any of your connectors or anything like that. So those are really nice there. Next we have our fuel filter calipers. So on these you can see that the handle is also rubber coated, non-slip, so it's going to be really nice in your hand. Spring loaded here, which is really nice. So the bent jaws are going to help replace the connections on the fuel pipes. Like I said, spring loaded, so you can just work it with one hand here. High carbon steel, so real durable, not going to break or corrode on you. It's really resistant on the surface here. 9 inches in length, so it gives you more than enough space or length for the tool for you to use in those tight spaces that you can't necessarily get smaller tools or tighter spaces with the motor. So great for getting all those clips off, damage free, if you've got leaks or need the replacements for those types of connections. And then lastly, we've got our 80-degree bending disconnect pliers. So if you've ever used pliers like this before, these are great for old hard plugs. This is also spring loaded. You can see the clamp here, the spring here. So one-handed use. You can see I'm barely squeezing and it's popping right back open. So you're going to be working with these tools that are the same tools that any mechanic or any professional is going to have in their shop or in their garage. So these disconnector pliers are great for evap line fittings, you know, the ones that might have tabs on them. This would also be a comparable tool to use instead of needle nose pliers, which a lot of people would be using, but it's got that 80-degree bend here to make your using real friendly or user friendly and real easy to use. So like I said, narrow spaces, tighter spaces, somewhere where you can't get your hand. But these will also help protect your hand from getting injured if you're trying to squeeze into, like I said, those tighter spaces that you won't necessarily be able to. So really cool product. I'm really happy to be using these. Like I said, it doesn't have to be on a vehicle. It could be on any motor or engine that's going to be utilizing fuel lines, which is going to be any kind of fuel powered motor. So I would highly recommend that if you're working on these by yourself or you're a do-it-yourselfer like me, to go out and get yours. Cool product.